Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This fielded at about the 9. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give to White. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They send Godwin in motion. A 2nd down throw from Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Now, Mayfield. This is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Kenneth Murray.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
The home team's offense ready to take over once again. Greg, sitting up here with you. This is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a Titan first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Spears. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll try to run for it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
The field goal unit is out for the Titans. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans are able to cut it to 4. 17-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and 5. To throw is Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws. They're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Spears to start the drive. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Levante David doing his work on defense. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Second down and 8. Let's go. Back to throw. That is into the hands of Wicks. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. In motion, Peoples-Jones. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught by Spears out of the backfield. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Ready, check go.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll throw out of the gun. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of the fullback. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
We're not real accustomed to seeing these sort of plays out of this guy. He's more of the dirty work, kind of behind-the-scenes role player, but tell you what, he keeps coming through for this offense, and he's going to find himself with a couple more touches.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The kicking team on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Titans go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. He'll send a tight end in motion right. Baker gonna hand it to White. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll send a tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. We've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He's got his man, Peoples-Jones. Now, inside the 25. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
This is one of those plays, Mike, where just everything aligns. It's the right play call, the right target, an accurate ball, and then a lot of room to run after the catch. So if they can continue to find these matchups and these holes in the secondary with this quarterback and this playmaker group, man, this is a tough offense to slow down.
1st and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Titans.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Titans will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's a give up the middle with White, and he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll motion a tight end right. On 2nd down, Baker. Get this complete right side to Otten. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. Tristan Wirfs, former 1st-round pick, with the flag. To throw is Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
We had a chance to sit down with the defensive coaches the other day, and we asked them, give us a few key points for today's game. And the first thing out of their mouth, Mike, what was it? It was, we got to get off the field on 3rd down. Well, here we are in the 2nd half, and they've done just that. Right. Has no answers on 3rd down.
And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Titans offense and Tajay Spears getting ready for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He keeps it himself. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
So it'll be first and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. A carry here for Spears, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 35, it's first and 10. They'll run with Spears. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Set up.
He'll look to throw. This one finds Peoples-Jones. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and Without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now they'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
The field goal unit is out for the Titans. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Titans will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. The tight end going in motion to the left. The drive begins with a run by White. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Mayfield to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Baker to throw. He'll find McMillan here. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run over center with White, and he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's White. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third down and 9. Throwing is Mayfield. This one is caught. It is a touchdown. There's a marker down. Let's see if it holds up.
Pass interference. Defense. That penalty is declined.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs are back within 6.
Buccaneers, 24.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Titans offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go. Check.
They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Okay, 3.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Set. Huh.
Back to throw. That one into the hands of Smart. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
A run up the middle, Spears. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Some nose guards in the 3-4 defense, Mike, are just asked to take up space and eat up blockers. But not this guy. He defeats his blocker and makes the tackle. That's playing the nose guard at the next level.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. That's caught by Spears out of the backfield. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. So it'll bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Bucs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. This is White.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense. Automatic 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They run with White, and the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Big play coming up. This is third down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. And he will score. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. The game-tying touchdown here in the fourth quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this fourth quarter lead.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. A return now from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Reload. Reload. Smash. Smash. Go.
Here's Spears. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6. Mark it at the 31.
Down at the 31. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Spears. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.